So we saw in the previous video that we can generate a one-hot encoding that produces, 4 different outputs that will allow us to control a system. In this case, when the first output is set, we will light up the just the red light. When the second one's set, then we'll light red and amber. When the third one's enabled, then we'll enable the green light. And finally, when the last output is enabled, then we'll set the amber light. So we can do this in module sim. So if I open up a new file now, let's just save this old one. What was this? This was traffic lights transformation. Okay, so if we set up a new one now, and first thing we want to do is set up this sort of one-hot encoding. So we're just outputting a 1, and we need to control this demultiplexer somehow so that it just cycles through its outputs. That's actually just as easy as having a simple counter here. Oh, not a right shift, register. Let's stick another one here. And we want to clock that thing. And we want to add 1 to it. So now, yeah, so this thing is counting now. And in addition to feeding this thing back in here, we also want to feed it into the control input of our demultiplexer. Oh, right, which is down here. So if I just change that now. So now you can see that we're cycling through these outputs. So that's one part of your system that we no longer need to sort of care about. We now want to implement these lights, and the way I'm going to represent them is just with a fan out, as it just gives you a little window into the input of the fan out. So just, it's a way of visualizing it. So each of these, whenever the least significant bit is set, then that light is on. And if we hook up ORs to this thing, so this is the ORs output. We said that the red should be set when we're in state 0 or state 1. And so this is state 0 coming in here, and state 1 here. What else do we need to do? So amber should be set in state 1 and in state 3. This output on the OR here passes this value, this input value, straight out here. So I can pass it into an amber, and we can take the third state and pass it to this OR here. And green should be set only when only on the second state. So if we look at our sequence now, so initially red, red, amber, green, amber. So this is a very nice way of designing systems. One particular good thing about it is you can I think this one hot encoding system is extremely powerful. You can you can extend this, so this demultiplexer is hooked up to, say, another 4, and that gives you a range of 16 possible outputs. And you can feed control signals into that, giving you a one hot encoding that allows you to pass that one hot encoding into this control path and enable different parts of your system. And this is what you'll be using when you design a processor. And it's very important that you sort of fully understand this idea. Like, have a play around with it, try and do some different light sequences to fully understand, how you design systems using this technique.